We are here to watch the FA Cup semi-final. We're gonna have Orcs led by Wörnser versus Lizardmen led by Snowtroll. Snowtroll was clearly in the brave end. I was going to say he just finished the match like half an hour ago, and his team has gotten some two fresh MNGs to show for that. So he will only have 5 sources and no Crocs joining him, which I
Oh
think
wow.
is gonna be felt. I think there's also on his list a super sort of skink which is also retired for the season that will not be taking part. Um, and against Wörstner's team, which is fairly classic, but also a quite harmful to your opponent. I would expect sort of orc team, a little bit lean and mean, but what do you expect we'll see from this?
Death as usual where there's orcs. Yeah, I mean Worsner's been going great guns in is it Farlick Hills Central?
I think it is, yes.
Um, yeah, and I feel Snowtroll's had a sort of reorganizational season, but I think just off the top of my head, wondering because I didn't realize about those two MNGs, what the inducements are going to be and how that's going to affect it because I think they're going to be important.
Yeah. So I think we're just shy of we're I could be wrong, but I think we are just outside Mork League numbers here. Then there's 40 missing for Mork. Uh, I also think that would be a bad choice, but it could have been. Yeah, I think definitely the big question here is because there's not going to be enough for both the star player Saurus and the star player Skinks. Then it becomes like a question like what would you go for of those
Yeah,
two?
I mean, off the
I mean,
top of my head, I'd be tempted. I mean, I know it's not a great choice, but Zug comes into the question just because of the strength that he gives you.
yeah,
Um, it's a bit of a vanilla choice, but it could shore up losing the Crocs and the Saurus.
yeah. I think the star player I would think would stand firm and a bit more mobility and grab and stuff that sort of thing. I think would be above Zog, but I think it's more a question of if you're gonna go for the source and maybe say a wizard, or you're gonna go for the Falling Twins and
Yeah,
maybe a bribe.
yeah,
I think we in that sort of say vicinity of options because if it had been like I think what would have taken like a 450 ish, and then you could have gotten both the skinks and the source. I definitely think that would have been the option to go for, but we're just short of that. Also, there is something that I didn't take into consideration. There is actually going to need be two journeymans. Of course, Magnus, you're right about that.
oh well, that
That is also something that I need to, like a better word, take into consideration. So that would almost bring it down just to the Lizardmen, Saurus, or Skinks, or a
it's
Wizard.
225, isn't it? Or is it? No, no, no. Hang on, I've got my maths wrong there. It's 205.
I have learned from previous streams that making math while other people is watching is
Yeah,
something one should steer clear of.
yeah. I just fell into that trap there.
Yeah, I think Matthew's point about the strength up stars is a let's call it wannabe Crocs. I fully agree that my biggest concern with that, however, is that it is a wannabe Crocs, and also in that sense that it's really lacks that player more on the field, so that you usually have 6 sources and a Crocs. But if you only have that instead, then you only have 6 sources. So you only have 6 players instead of 7. And I think that is. I think it's gonna come back to bite, so to speak, really much.
Or is it? It's 225 Mathmas. Okay, I got it wrong. Thank you. I got it right. Sorry. Thank you for that. Yeah. I don't. It's interesting, isn't it? I just feel with lizards, if they can occupy the orcs, then they can run riot. I'd be tempted to go for a strength option.
Yeah. Like you could also do like the Hail Mary pass approach of going like, yeah, I'm gonna take the wizard and a additional skink or something like that, or cake or something, and just go like make the orcs really run the field. But I'm not sure. It could be. I think it will come very much down to. Of course, as much as it usually is. Oh, it seems to that the match is already.
Oh, we're off.
We're off here, so let's turn into the match here. We are late to the match here. They already started. They're ahead of us. Sorry for that, folks. Well, there is no injuries so far. It seems there might already be immovable. We got Zog as you suggested, and now we also got a. Wow, that's an early removal on an orc. That is quite important. Let's see. Do we have invincible block dice? Because I really hope that's not the case. I just hope it's because we're late. Because oh, cyanide is best. I was going to say here.
Okay, so I think he has gone for Zog.
He has gone for Zog. He has gone. Just checking here, see if there's. It doesn't seem to be any other sort of add-ons. Oh my god, we got invincible dice. I will just try to lock in here and back in and see if we can solve that, because that's going to be really annoying. I'm going to have to sit and watch the sight screen, I was going to say here. That is, however... Yeah, we got block dice. This is invisible. Wow. So they fixed their arrow by not showing the wrong dice, but they fixed it by now having invisible dice. That's gonna be annoying. Okay. So for those who are not mindful of that, but we will apparently will have to rely on the lock over here to see.
Yep. That's better, making that log maybe a bit bigger.
Yeah. That's good. But yeah. So Lizardmen has gone off to a little bit of an early removal. Yeah, Sanjo, well, it's, you can either call it at their worst or their finest. It's
yeah. It's sort of one step forward, two steps back.
Yeah. We fixed it by breaking something else. Oh, that sounds like being back at work. You think that it... Well, I'm willing to try. Bear with me here. Feel sorry about folks, but let's try to restart the game and see if that fixes anything.
Yeah.
Let's hope and pray that it's just a Angel client issue and not a today's issue.
Yeah, Season 3 update will be a breeze, and Joe, absolutely agree. What could possibly go wrong?
This is also why I have suggested that as we really should be like, yeah, we're gonna stay with this until like there's a really functional version of the next game, and I don't think that's gonna be on release day or any or any of the following days. I would love that it is, and I hope again. I have often to say, I hope I'm terribly wrong. I fear that I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be a good shout to have a UKBBL ladder or something until we know.
Oh, we got dice now. Good, we got dice.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. That makes the viewing experience quite much more nice. Yeah. So, I think we should almost have a prediction towards the next season, start of next season, of like, when will we actually get the new game in a functional state?
Do we have it there now?
Is Blood Bowl 3 even a functional state at this point?
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
cheeky 1 die. Get rewarded for it and everything. I like it. And we take the advantage. Interesting. Yeah, I think Blood Bowl 3 in its current version is actually, lack of a better word, functional.
Yeah.
There's still things in the UI, like, I don't get why there isn't an icon for just like, is it normal weather or not normal weather? Like, it doesn't need to be like all the different type of weathers and all that. Like, just give me a heads up somewhere that there is something. It seems the orcs have chosen a more of a push strategy than a bashing strategy so far.
Yeah, pillows at the moment.
Yeah. We're down to no, fully functional. I would not say. It's also often like if you want to combine something like a blitz and a leap or a jump or something, like you better know how this works, because otherwise you will sort of end down a blind road and hijacked.
Yeah, yeah. I've played a little bit of Vamps recently, and that is yeah, getting it done in 2 minutes is
Oh yeah. So we are a KO for a KO at this point.
I think that's smart of Wörnser to head back there. He was in danger of getting railroaded down the sideline.
Yeah, I think also like he would end up down in the touchdown too early and having to like be too thinly spread out. I also think Nathamas is very much also, Chris, like it's not as horrendous on PC as it is on console to map out turns. At least I've heard that for quite a few console players, that on console it is even worse, and I think on PC it's not great. But yeah. So, since we are, let's say, almost dropped into this match at this point, I'm really interested to see how the snow also is going to affect this game. Because it's not exactly what orcs are happy to see. Oh. Break it. Break it. I almost... yeah, I was going to say take the mighty blow. Get a bonus tap here. It is actually the... Yeah.
You would think that the snow favors the lizards, surely.
Yeah, with the eye mobility. Yeah.
Oh, too easy.
Oh, yeah.
Which, as we didn't catch the start, it would be interesting to see who won the toss and who chose to do what, and whether it was snowing.
So they would know it's snowing. I think if I was Lizardmen, I would be inclined to actually then give the start to the orcs.
Yeah.
Like, because the opposite normal decision. Oh, this is cheeky. I like it. The question is if you should almost take this and put in here, so you can really push in here. No. Bit of a more cautious approach and keeping more players behind.
So these 1D blocks are going Snowtroll's way to begin with anyway.
Oh, definitely. And we're definitely tagging on to the tackle piece here. Because the other one is off. Oh, you almost have to start harassing
Yeah,
up.
you have to. Because, I mean, you've set up a T here. You can free up all of those blitz, or what is it, 2 blitzers and a liner. Although there's a lot of stuns there.
Yeah. Like, not because the orcs are in a like a strictly sense in a horrible position, but
it's going that way, isn't it? It's on the precipice of becoming that.
It's not feeling like the orcs are and the soft pillow punching continues.
Yeah. I think if I was Wörnser, I'd be inclined just to
I should probably say
make the break
meaningful to all our Cabal Vision viewers.
Yeah, because you sort of like being pressured in from here, you can't really go that way, so you almost have to sort of go. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now, if this is removal, it's important. No. Super Skinks for the survival. Do you pull back?
I think you have to.
Yeah. Like this. Oh, this is sleep. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it seems to be quite a common issue for Lizardmen that the sources almost get removed more than the skink does, and yeah.
It's interesting to see what Snowtroll does here because, I mean, the snow is impactful. It's 3 turns, isn't it, really, to get from halfway unless you want to start rolling dice.
Oh, yeah.
So it's whether or not he decides to hold the centre here or go for it. Because I don't think he'll have a problem scoring.
No. The scoring in let's just assume that if the first half goes 0-0, right, like the Lizardmen should have no problem scoring in the second half, even with snow on, because like just because of the mobility advantage, right? So if they can just stall out the orcs from the first half, and the snow definitely is helping with that. Yeah. Might. So it almost seems like, and I'm not thinking it's a terrible decision, like Snowtroll is basically playing like mop up, and I'm slowly pressuring you backwards on the field. Yeah. It's a little bit greedy, but I'll take it.
That's quite a mess. Even
And pushing forward. I like that.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Tagging that guy again. He seems like a public eye. Yeah. And then we're closing the pocket. Now the orcs are really feeling the pressure here. Yeah, close the corridor near here. Yeah. Maybe I'll put these two, swap those, and have here the soft column here. Then I brought many things. So a lot of orcs coming off the ground this turn.
Yeah.
Which is both good because it means like all the orcs are now standing. On the other hand, it also means like there's a lot more to be punched.
Yeah.
Because they already spent their action.
And you can see a lot of orcs ending up on the ground in that sort of melee for the beginning of next turn, and then on sort of turn 6, it's getting a bit desperate for the orcs.
Yeah, because I'm always going to say, like, where are you going to... Oh.
Yeah, this is, that's...
Wow. I get why we're doing it. No. Wow, the pushes just keep. But I think that is. I think it's a little bit desperation setting in. I understand, but I think this is a little bit too high risk for my liking. Like if the dodge fails or the reroll fails here, you're done for.
Yeah.
And even now, like
It's not as secure as I'd like. Let's put it that way.
in all fairness, I could be wrong, but I think if we were to ask Wörnser if he prefers it this way or a different way, I think he will pick a different way. I think this is clearly like one of those where like, yeah, this is not what I want, but I'm going to do it because pressure, right? Like he can even get over here. Yeah.
Yeah, Zug's in, and then you just tag up the thrower.
Yeah. Now here's the question. Yeah, you can do that. You can actually take this. Oh, and that's removal too. If you take this up here and put a skink or something in here, you got 3 dice on this, and then you can take this one and
smack the thrower. Yeah.
come and say hello.
Now you need a good roll with this loner. I would probably be tagging up the throw. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, I was going to say, oh, well, maybe more Gordon over here and then done the punch here.
Yeah.
There's only one word to say.
But there was the 6. I foresee 2 dice on the ball carrier.
Yeah, that's very nicely played.
Yeah. And a pow. The ball is on the ground, and there's a shorehand skinks just waiting. Oh, and a removal. Oh god, this is. Oh. Wörnser is just not having any luck, is he? And a bad bounce just to make it worse. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like,
that is an incredible turn.
wow. And you like this is all pinned up, right? Like if you actually bring it down here, you basically clogged up all the machinery.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like this is.
Do you mark up the ball? No, you can't mark up the ball.
No, I would step down here to interfere with those two, and then I would go up here.
Yeah. He's betting on the skink picking up the ball, getting there and picking it up.
Yeah.
That's not helpful.
No.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. I would have waited too after trying to pick up the ball. It was just wow.
Okay. Well, as things are going, I don't think Snowtroll's going to be complaining about
injury dice. No.
It's his matches anymore.
Wow. Yeah, I think Mathemus, you're very right. I think we're gonna have a. It is definitely looking like a mirror match for Lizard in the final. Is the right prediction to? Oh, okay. It helps a little bit, but I don't think it's really. That is a key. Oh, here's also like the bad thing for Wörnser. Like not only are you going to be like likely a touchdown down from first half, but those two, whether they come back, doesn't matter. Each of those ones is going to be a huge issue if they don't come back the second half, and you're going to get one roll. So since I was going to say, since you were here in chat anyway, are you more happy about that running into orcs, or are you more happy about running into other lizardmen?
You want lizards, is that Zenjo?
It would appear so. If I'm not sure how to interpret pictograms, but it would appear so. Wow, that is really bad luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have to try, and now you need a 6, right? Just no 6 even. Rerolling it. And there, oh god.
Yeah, he's
Can
gonna
you have
really-
anything? That is very kind of you to support your fellow. I'm not sure. Wow, yeah, he's got crap. Oh my god.
Pressure's on, Jim.
Oh my
What will they
god.
do?
Yeah, this is yeah, it's been a
I was gonna say
It's a
you could more or less ask for things to go more wrong than this.
no. Yeah, it'd be interesting to look at the replay about that. I wonder if I mean Snowtroll played the D here very, very well, but I wonder if Wörnser could have been just a one turn more
What's
patient.
with all this grabbing nonsense? Just hit him.
I think we're back to this.
Move without risk.
We're back to also this the snow, right?
Yes.
Uh,
On the floor again. This team must like
We're back in.
birds or something.
that's good that he reconnected. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Suck playing for Lizardmen. I don't think it really matters in the end of the day. Like whether that would be that or the Sorrow star player. I don't think it's a huge
They're just too fast. Break some legs,
difference in the
please.
sense.
It's too speedy for my eyes.
That there's other star players like the fact that Skitter is going to be. It appears to be off limit for Chaos. It's going to be a huge difference. Like Nurgle with access to a gutter runner was always a really weird thing.
Yeah. I think the Zug made sense though, didn't it? I mean, if you look at your opponent and they have strength but no speed compared to you, then you want to try and nullify the strength, don't you?
Oh yeah. No. I think just the thing that I like about Plaque, the Star Source, is that he has more mobility, he has stand firm, and he has scrap. So it's that compared to Strength 5, right? Like that's sort of what you. Like, I know it's not completely 1-to-1, but it's close to being what you were trading, right? And for that trade, I would rather have the. Like you have a Strength 5 Source already, so I don't think. Yeah, Heckflame is also, but Heckflame is at least priced differently than Skitter was, with Skitter with being on 150. Whereas Heckflame at least. Curious why we're putting it in here. I would have thought this over here is much more an issue.
You can't argue
That's
with
very
that
weird
call,
actually,
can
because
you?
with dice he's got a shot with that blitzer.
Does
He needs
he?
to roll 2 dodges, but he can get there. I think 1, 2, 3,
6.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Can't check as long as he's picking dice over here, but and I would also have followed there, but that's no, it's just outside range. Even
Oh, I was
with
thinking about the player that's guarded up by 3,
Yeah.
so he can. I mean, it's 2 dodges in there, but
You can't argue with that call, can you?
it's one of those situations where it's almost like you've got to try,
yeah, you've got to.
Fighting can move freely.
because if you don't get him down now, he's going to be off skedaddling. So
Yeah.
well,
I mean, 3
yeah.
plus, 3 plus, 2 plus, 2 plus, and then a pow at the end. It's been done before.
Yeah, I was gonna. There's the Dodgers. Oh, in the snow. And he gets his 6. Finally, I was going to say here. It only took 2 rerolls and 6 block dice. 8 block dice.
Anytime soon.
Again, no armor break. Oh my god. And a 1. No.
The players
There is just.
turn over.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Like, you almost gotta have to hope for like. Yeah. You're actually almost better off blitzing with the skink, the Saurus down here, which is not the common thing to say. Yeah, use the
Come out on top.
skink instead.
Then push them back. Personally, I'd
Well,
object them.
he's going to need a GFI here.
Yeah.
That's an interesting position.
Yeah. Oh no, don't like that. He doesn't get punished for it, but because if that had just been a push, right, like he'd still on the ball. Where if you were,
Coach will be spitting
Yeah,
at
you'd
Yeah.
have to re-roll it. And I think he's still got...
He's not looking. Get in there.
Is there a GFI needed here? I think there is.
he's gonna wait till next turn to score.
Grounded egg.
Oh, of course. Oh, look at me. Miscounting the turns like a...
Yeah. Like he shouldn't be scoring right now. That's
Yeah.
small question down. Like what do you want to do down here now? No, almost. This is why I would have preferred to see him walk over here. That would have been 2 dices that would have freed him up to run in here, which would be like you can't just sit around easily. You're gonna have to fight both this guy and this guy.
Slap yourself with. Dead fish. Put some force behind those punches.
Yeah, we'll almost not stand these two up, but seems just like giving away free punches at this point.
That's an invasion
Oh,
of personal space. They
cheeky! I like it.
our department immediately.
There's some fans that want your autograph.
Count those teeth, Jim. They'll have to pick up most of them off the ground in a few seconds' time.
What's that? 2, 1, 1. Wow, the luck just keep like I
Let's see some blood. One goal.
yeah. I think that's not a bad idea, Madness.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Because you're sort of at a tipping point now of removals, aren't you? Even if the dice turn around in the second half, there's
Like even if Lizardmen starts taking a serious bashing at this point, right? Yeah, you almost just have to follow here.
Intimidation is the key.
yeah.
It was one of my strengths when I was still playing.
Pow somewhere down here. Yeah. Can say,
That player's a little short. Oh no, my mistake. He's on
does she have stand firm? No. Would have been so funny. Yeah, I'm not activating dock for this. I'm just gonna get the TD in as sure as possible. What's that? 3 dice?
surrounded by adversaries like that. I hope he knows what he's doing.
It is, yeah.
And then if we don't need the reroll now, which we don't, then let's do some
Not over.
punching and seeing if we can. Well, I would have dared to do it for quad dice, but I get why we like that touchdown is gonna make such a huge difference for second half here.
One team is missing.
So the Yorks is going to be 1 player down, and more importantly, they're going to be missing their thrower and a blitzer, and the Lizardmen is going to be full number. They're only going to be punished by having 2 loners instead of 1 from last half. That is.
Now, if you are Wörnser, you are getting something out the fridge and making a sacrifice to Nuffle at this time for better
Yeah.
second half fights.
Yeah. True, infamous. But what I meant is the fact that last half he had only 1 skink with loner. Now he has 2 skinks with loners on the field. That is all the current price that he's paying from first half. And I think if you had asked Snowtroll before first half if a 1 Kato skink was an acceptable injury rate for first half, I think he would have taken it any day of the week. Yeah, I think that there was a few doubles dice and a reroll left. I think I would probably have still dared to use it on that. I know there's a quad skull risk, but it's like if that's gonna happen, I think I'd rather have it burnt on that than have those quad skull for second half. Did he have both? Yeah, there was the chameleon. You're right that it was the chameleon that was on the sideline.
Now it's time to think defensively.
Now, if Nuffle just keeps pulling his bad luck on the field, yeah, I was just gonna say that there would be a change of weather, but it wasn't.
So what are you doing here? Snowtroll, quick score. You don't really need to slow it down, do you?
I don't know why, but this looks and feels like Dhaka. A weird way of putting Dhaka.
He's now as free as a
Because if why are we not engaging here? That I don't get. We are up numbers, and as it's been said, I think by smarter men than me, attack is sometimes the best type of defense.
It's
I
well,
am.
it makes this half interesting at least, because there's always the possibility of the Orcs pinning them in.
Yeah, but
As slim as it may be.
but as like I think it's an overall strategy. Like I then put a skink in here. Like at least you can dodge out with the skink reliably, right?
Grease the ball before the
Uh,
Bob.
that would have made sort of sense to me. But to put the Saurus in, which is like, then why Saurus? Or this I don't have a mind with. That you're basically saying to the Orcs, come get me. You have to take the risk. I can just sit and look pretty. And even if I fail, I'll still get a third half, right?
Another player on the ground. The coach will be
The to make something happen is all on the Orcs now, right? And with lower mobility and snow, it's gonna be tough.
Yes. Just to keep it interesting, I'm just sort of postulating that you're taking the ball close to your touchdown zone, and this is a dice game. Weird dice patterns do happen.
Oh yeah.
Exceptional dice patterns do happen.
And let's be fair, from the dice that Wörnser has rolled from first half, he should be. This is dangerous words in a game of dice, but he really should be in for some good luck at some point.
Yeah.
There's no guarantees in this game, of course, but are you gonna foul here? Oh, I'm not sure I'm a fan of that, but you gotta have to make something happen, right? Single high reward target, sort of makes sense. We follow to attack. Still armor breaks, of course. Push all in, and now foul, yeah. Well, at least he didn't get sent off.
Things are looking up.
It could be worse. It could be worse. Oh my god. It's really bad when you're in a situation where you saw like you have to go like, okay, so at least it wasn't the worst case scenario. It was only the second worst. But yeah. With the skinks not picking up though, this is also not a
sponsoring the sport when you were playing, Bob.
optimal position either. Well, apparently the Lizardmen has learned from the Orcs that pushing is just as important as anything else, and you should do more push.
Yeah.
Push the stronger player back. That'll do. Oh, too easy.
Yeah, this is interesting here, actually. I thought this is...
Yeah. This I get why we're doing this, but it also gets too passive for me.
Yeah.
Quick and easy. Nothing to see here.
But from a contest point of view, it's still good to watch. I mean, the Lizards can break out, obviously.
Yeah, but the problem is more like if let's say he was unlucky and failed to pick up the ball again. This is gone first punch, right? Then you have all this pressuring down here. He's going to be overrun. They didn't have the ball. Now you have to pick up the ball. And even that, you could pull these in here. And you're still way too early in the half. Like Snowtroll really don't have the luxury of letting him score this early. That's not good.
He's now as free as a fart in a thunderstorm.
Armor break. Even though if a little bit helped by the mighty blow, but still, it was an armor break.
Yeah.
And almost in a KO.
Interesting, isn't it? Because I'd be tempted if I was Wörnser to do what you just said and attack down his right. But with all those skinks lined up there on the lizard right, you're really opening that flank up.
Yeah, but I'm not like as a New York player. I think the worst thing you can do is try to wait and see.
Yeah, you've got to engage. You've got to, as you've often said, you've got to give your opponent a problem.
Yeah. You need to give them something to solve, because if they're not giving them something to solve, they're giving you something that you're gonna have to solve, and that's usually not as pleasant.
Yeah.
I think this year is too much focus on causing attrition, and as much as attrition is important, I think momentum is much more important at this point in the game.
How are they going to catch or run with a ball if they're constantly rising up the ground?
Yeah, I think you're right, Mathimus.
Need to be close. So close.
But that also might be confirmation bias, because I might know who have persuaded you to look in a certain direction. But yeah, no, I think this is much better. Like, cause some pressure, make this like best case scenario. You at least you make the Lizardmen start having to burn some rerolls, so that if we get to third half, they at least don't have all 3 rerolls, which will be really important, right? If we get to that point. That's not optimal. Get back to this pushing.
That's quite a mess. Even Cinch would struggle to
I'm fine with keeping him solo a little bit back to have us backstabber. Fine with that, but a little bit too much focus on this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Much. Well, I've seen some pressure down here.
Yeah, this is the go turn, isn't it now?
You gotta have to move now, because the pocket is already compromised, so to speak, enough that you need to start some forward movement. Are we gonna go in for it? No.
Not a wise
I was
bit
gonna
to
say
take
that's
your
also
turn
really
on the
risky
border
to
of
make
the
that
pitch.
going for
If
there.
the player gets pushed into the crowd, well, last time that happened,
Probably
it took
wouldn't even
3
done it if
days
it
to
wasn't
piece the body
snowing.
back together.
Yeah. They came and push in here, and then, oh, okay, and then if you still want to go over here, get 3 dice. Let's not follow that, and then walk over here.
That'll help the player move without risk.
Yep.
I'm almost tempted to say let him be there.
Yep.
make the orcs roll for it instead.
Yeah.
And the same here. I would stay just to cause trouble for all these.
Worms or something.
Come on, guys.
So cheeky.
Well, except for me.
But it also frees up all this now. Now they will start closing the pocket. But yeah.
I'm going to take a good turn, though, to...
Oh dear. I hope that
That's at least push in the right direction. I don't like the ordering, but I think it's the right call.
Let alone right.
Still
we should.
can't buy an armor break, can he?
No.
Count those teeth, Jim. They'll have to pick up most of them off the
I
ground.
get why you do this, but I wow. Okay.
Ooh.
At least we got a removal. The
Yeah.
first of the Lizardmen has been removed for the duration of this match. Oh, so
They're gathering around that
do Lizardmen not? Wow, the bad luck just.
That was a good reroll, though, I think, because you needed to take that guy down.
Yeah. You gotta have to reroll that. That actually reminds me, the thrower he had leader, yeah. Okay, so you also lose the lead reroll on that. Yeah, wow.
Excuse me.
Hey, that play looked almost competent.
I think this again goes too much into the bashing instead of trying to recover the space down here, because in a second he's gonna get overrun. And then it's
You need to
basically
tear him up.
this helps. Doesn't fix the fundamental problem, but it helps.
Tagging there?
So the problem is
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
that was needed. First keeper needed. Yeah, so I think Snowtroll must have used his APOC. I don't know. KO on first turn or something like that, maybe. And if he did that, that is like brave, but clearly it was the right call.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now the Lizardmen are actually a little bit in a little bit in trouble.
Yeah.
The question is, you can clean this one off.
Yeah,
Go
I
up,
don't...
clean that one off.
I wonder if that was the Blitz, the Strength 5, that just stood up. Because you could clear out that big one.
Yeah, he just stood up.
He just stood up, but I think that was the Blitz there. On the guard big one.
That play looked almost competent.
Really fix this issue up here. Which is, I think it's
No.
yeah. Then he goes here.
Well, I mean, you...
And then you're gonna go in here.
I mean, you could be super brave and take out the big one with that guy and then a loner skink block. Yeah, that's the way he's going.
Don't push him out of the way.
Anything this?
Yeah, but that's... Ooh.
Oh, rough.
Yeah, wow.
Well,
I said it was the super brave option.
yeah.
And now look at this. I mean, if this ball bounces out, you've got a free blitzer within downfield.
Yeah, this is... Oh... Nuffle definitely had a laugh on that one.
Yeah.
But I would put it this way. For the view pleasure... Oh, for this match. This... Oh, yes.
Nice.
Definitely makes it a lot more interesting.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, where's this going to bounce?
The bounce of fields, and the crowd goes...
Tried something, but
It's not.
A limped straight in throw. That is... I think in neither's favor.
No.
they've got the advantage. But
It could have been so much worse for both of them.
It could have been, yeah.
Get up or get off the field.
Yeah.
Chain push. 1D chain push.
A snotling baked in a pie stands more chance than this poor kid. Actually, I'm getting hungry. Where's the nearest pie shop, Joe?
You can't roll. No. That's
Apparently you can.
I guess.
What-
Listen, it's
Would
It's
I
balls to the
have
wall
died to
now,
find that as very brave? Yes, I would.
yeah, yeah. I mean, look, there's 4 turns left after this, and I guess you got to go for it. There's no.
No.
That's quite close. Even Cinch would struggle to untangle that.
You gotta down him.
Jeremiah Cool
Yep.
always
Now you can then return the favor. Yep. And then you can make the... Yeah, no. You shouldn't move him into the ball. Yeah. As tempting as it is. No.
Yeah.
If I had a gold
Oh.
I've seen lying on the field during my career, well, I could start my own.
Phew.
You only need a
This is...
I guess you're just trying to put as many Saurus around the ball as you can, aren't you? I mean, this is where Wörnser could really do with his thrower being on the field, but
Oh, yeah. And not already also have only one reroll left.
yeah.
So if you were to,
A
say,
good coach always uses the right player for the
stand
right
up,
job.
Help the player move without risk. That's a good choice for this.
yeah, you're gonna have to try to bounce it on the ball, yeah.
Yeah.
This player, the attacker.
You need to know whether this... Oof.
I wouldn't want to be in
Even should there be a third half, I think the Orcs is not in a good place currently. But if they don't get the draw there, it's not gonna matter. So, but yeah. Hang on here for dear life, I was gonna say. Yeah. Definitely standing that up. Single dice and
right next to my team.
why are we walking away?
I think he's worried about the
This guy?
blitz. Yeah, the blitz to free the ball up, and then if it bounces on the other side, if it bounces through the pack to more centrally, then it might be a problem.
Yeah.
A good coach always uses
Yeah.
the right player for the right job. On the floor again.
I'm almost tempted to do that.
You
No.
win some and you
Wow!
this one you win.
The balls on that skink, my friends. The balls. Wow!
Wow, wow, wow.
I think, however, that might just be it, boys and girls.
Yeah, I think so.
Otherwise, this guy is gonna. Oh, he's gonna have some miracle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
I made it.
Yeah. It almost made it easy. Well, sounds weird to say, but it almost made it easier. Wow. Wow, wow,
Do you know
wow,
what? That
wow.
was both coaches played very, very brave turns back to back there. That was
I,
some
I,
that was
it,
good Blood Bowl.
I was going to say, the fact that Wörnser is probably in the second going to be down 2-0 is not because he's been playing not as good as Snowtroll. The dice just haven't been there for him today. I think
Yeah.
they've, for the dice they've been given, they've been playing the situations as well as one could expect, and maybe even better than that. But Wörnser's dice just wasn't in there today. Like,
Yeah.
I think Snowtroll was correct when I talked to him before the match, in that he had terrible luck in his league match, and he's been having bad luck all season in his league matches. However, he's been having good lucks in his FA Cup matches, and I think I will definitely say this goes for this match too.
Yeah. Obviously, the pressure's off for these Lizards in the cup run.
Yeah, they can just perform and relax.
Nothing
and enjoy
to
it.
lose, boys.
That is actually quite a nice move there to at least get dice on the ball here potentially.
Yeah.
That is well done. I also like that Wörnser is even with bad luck and bad circumstances is still doing all he can to let's call it rectify the ship and see if he can get back on course. But stopping that skink is just half the issue.
You've then got to go the length of the pitch with 3 turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And without a thrower, that is a tall order. Even with a thrower, that would be a pretty tall order.
Yeah. No, I agree, Mathimus. I think Snowtroll's problem came from the setup. I think since maybe a bit passive in the first couple of turns.
That'll help the player
Yeah.
without risk.
Yeah, it surprised me. I mean, who am I to question Snowtroll? But it surprised me that he was that passive. Snow, Orcs. You think just get the second one on the board early.
I think he got. I wouldn't like. I think he sort of went. Yeah, you gotta try, and then Nuffa just says no.
Yeah.
But I think it was more he wanted to see what the orc sort of did before making a decision, which I think is a fine enough call. But then the only thing I would have swapped is a skink, a loner skink for the Saurus on the front line. Like that's the only thing I would have done differently, basically. Yeah, get the score on the touchdown, and
That's quite a lead.
I was going to say, how much of a miracle would the Orcs need here to even just get a third half here? Bonus turn and a blitz, right? Like.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're more closer to concede territory than equalised territory, aren't we? I think.
Yeah. Could have stalled, yeah, but I. Yes. Well, if he could stay out of range, which he probably could actually, then stalling out would have been maybe the safer option. But I still think like just getting the score on the ball on the board is like we're talking miracle level. Like I think I have a better odds of winning the lotto than the Orcs have here of getting a draw and going into third half.
Yeah, I just checked the chat. They're still going.
Yeah, send you crush my dreams, Mathmas, if it makes you feel any better. I sort of had a similar match with my orcs against Senjo's Lizardmen like this, where the orcs just took all the attrition and the skinks
Out your will.
just survived everything.
Keep away from the fans, because they're not gonna be happy.
Of course it helps, but like quick snap is just not enough.
No.
Like we go up, we do a handoff, we run.
Attacker has an assist.
Yeah, you.
Now he's
Like
fighting
we have no rerolls. Like,
Things happening. Look out!
and isn't this typical Nuffle being like, at this point the match is basically done and over with, right? Like now you can have removals because the
Yeah.
match is basically done. All right.
I often feel this is done so that the player that got nuffled can't complain and point to the stats.
Oh, definitely. I know it's not programmed like that, but it just feels like that sometimes. It just feels like, just
Yeah.
so.
What is he complaining about? They got the same amount of removals and the dice seem balanced.
Yeah. Yeah. Make the safe bet, place an option, should it fail, bring this forward. Like Wörnser's doing the right things here. Like you just of course.
Oh,
What's
wow.
it? Wow. Nuffle is just
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. It's just one of those matches, isn't it, where it's just like you did the right thing, but the dice just said no.
Yeah. I think if I remember back to last season's semi-final, was it the final? Snowtroll was in a very similar situation actually. Where I think that he just had terrible dice from the off.
Yeah, I both love and hate that part of Blood Bowl. Is the dice can just do you in like on a good day, right? Like just because I see Senji also mentioned like Skaven and Wood Elves is one of those teams like if the dice are nice to the Skaven and the Wood Elf player, more or less nothing's gonna stop it. They're gonna do whatever they want. And if the dice is not good to the Skaven or Wood Elf, you're not gonna have a team afterwards.
We should stipulate current Skaven because I don't think that's going to be the case.
That changed. Did Skaven need to be reduced slightly in power level? Yes. Do I think they've gone too far? Probably.
Yeah. They've taken a hammer to a job that a screwdriver could have done.
You should I would probably use I would use the analogy they instead of using a hammer they should have used sandpaper. Yeah. Like you should maybe take a tiny bit of the top, sure, but smashing it to pieces is yeah, this is pure greed reroll, right? Like there's no real reason to reroll that, but you might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's technically no way at this point, right? Like, even if the Orc scores, even if they get a bone, like, no.
Do you need here? You need score turn 15, and then you need a timeout.
Yeah, but oh no, I misread. Like, yeah. They can actually score here, and then they can get a blitz, and then they could score turn 16.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
I'm not going to be holding my breath for it, but it is on paper an option.
Yeah, possible.
Yes.
Can't argue with that call, can you, Bob?
No,
But I would actually say, like, the Orcs have
anytime soon.
should there have been a third half with no rerolls left on either team. The amount of damage, like,
Can't argue with that call, can you, Bob?
the playing field has sort of been leveled out. There's just let's put it this way: the tiny issue of the 2 touchdowns, which is not really.
Yeah, it's improbable, but it's keeping us watching right the way through to the end, so that's good.
Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah, because we needed to even out the stats, right? We talked about.
Smack the player, relieve his team. Well
Ooh.
done.
And anonymity failed
No,
again.
animosity again. Oh man.
Oh, how to put salt into the wound. Oh my god.
Oh man. Yep. Yep, I'd have fouled there too.
I think I'm almost at the point now where as an orc, I would refuse to score next turn. I would let him run up and do it himself. But clearly he's not sharing that ball. Oh my god.
Now that this player is down, it's going to be hard for the team to hold.
No quarter is given though. Yeah, that was clearly a frustration foul.
For every player I've seen
Yeah.
lying on the field during my career, well, I could start my own team. You only need 1,000,000 gold.
You should almost just judge out and try to pick it up and just go like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Just for the funsies.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Are we gonna do the throw on top of it? Because why not? Yeah, wildly inaccurate.
Stop trying to grab the ball.
Well, what? Well, there we go. That might be the last time on a FA Cup stream that we see those 2 rules being.
Yeah, I think there's a. Let's hope so. Let's hope that is the last time I've seen an interception and a wildly inaccurate. That would be nice. Though I think we're gonna have one more season of FA Cup in the current rule set, so odds of it not being applicable is limited.
That could have been worse. They need more defenders if
Of course, the crowd's not even having any of it. Why score at this point? Commiserations to Wörnser on this because the dice just really wasn't there, and congratulations Snowtroll on recurring the luck from league until FA Cup. Definitely seemed to work.
Yeah, that was a good, entertaining match. Actually,
Definitely.
I enjoyed that.
It definitely was. Short but sweet.
Yeah.
Let's see if we have any of those 2 wanting to join us after that. I am not sure. But yeah. So we're going to have a Lizard on Lizard final. Which I think is going to be also interesting to see. But yeah. So there were 4 Prem West teams in the quarterfinals, and 3 of them got eliminated in the quarterfinals, and the only has made it through. So Prem West still have a chance to make it all the way to the final. Senjo will try yet again to see if he can block that. Let's see, who did we get joined by here? Did we get Snowtroll in? Congratulations and commiserations, Wörnser. That is some horrible dice. That it's been a while since I've seen that bad dice.
No. Snowtroll was it was not the dices. I would say it was the dices, but Snowtroll was so much better. He was controlling the game from the beginning. It's a well-deserved win, to be honest.
Thank you, Wörnser. I think the Cardboard Carnosaurs didn't live up to their name tonight. They normally take 4 casualties in the first 4 turns, so they if they can stay on
You should have told me up front.
Your dice were harsh. Your dice were harsh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I just try to
I
dig
think
in.
the sense that we got that were both of you played really, really well and approached it, almost perfectly from the situations that you were in. But we just felt the dice were maybe, edging for Snowtroll, which is probably due after last season's competition, mate.
Oh, of course, yeah. Don't remind me of that one, please. That was almost a reverse of last year's semi-final, actually.
It was, yeah, and it was referenced in the stream as well.
Yeah. I think both of you can be proud of your performance. Some of you I would encourage to have a look at your dice and have a strong conversation afterwards. So
I think it was you couldn't hurt me in the first half. You couldn't even hurt the skinks, and I think the amount of times you've got to run on a skink with one of your mighty blow blitzers and put him down, and I just stunned him. I didn't even break his armor, and I don't know how that happened. Really, that kind of helped me really because it enabled me to get control of the game because you couldn't remove the skinks and. I was removing a few of yours, so as soon as the Orcs lost a few numbers, I think it became very difficult for you.
Yeah, to my tactic was to go for the skins and to reduce you quite quick. Yeah, but obviously it did not work out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how were you guys feeling around I think it was about turn 12, turn 13. Snowtroll, you sort of went a little bit passive at the start of the half, maybe wait and see. And maybe we felt that you gave Wörnser a bit of a glimmer of a chance.
I think, Little Wing, it's a little bit like a team that have got so little confidence in their league form.
Right.
I find it hard to believe I'm in a very powerful position, and I was. And I think I almost had to take a turn or two to evaluate the fact that, wow, I'm actually not getting creamed here. And, and I think it made me actually kind of like I did sort of lose my concentration for a couple of turns because I was in such a unique position for me this season. It was almost like, what do I do? And I did hesitate for a while. Yeah, I should have probably got a bit more aggressive on those first couple of turns. But the double skulls as well, I think. And I realised as soon as I made the block, I saw the loner and I realised I had a loner there. And I was like, oh, no. And of course, double skulled it. If I'd got him out of the way, I was clean through in about just after that, wasn't I? But it was...
It definitely increased the, let's say, the viewability of the match, because if you hadn't gone through there, the match would more or less been already over there by having the bad luck of I think it was not only just a double skull, but it was followed then by a one on the loner, of course, just to really put it in right, and it was like, and we were just talking also on the stream, like it was the perfect bad position for both of you. It was sort of like, yeah, none of you wanted it to end up where it was after that.
It was just a little bit of a frenzy then for a while, wasn't it? I think at that stage. And I got lucky with the ball coming out of the crowd as well, because that could have easily gone down my end of the pitch, and then that would have been an equaliser.
It could have been really bad for the both of you there.
Yeah, sure.
So definitely. Yeah, you must be knackered after having almost played 2 matches in 3-4 hours?
Yeah, 2 very, very polar opposite matches, I'd like to say as well, because my match against Waldorf was almost the carbon copy of that one, where I couldn't hurt anything and I was getting mauled. So it was to play 2 games with the same team where the dice have kind of shifted from one extreme to the other. It just goes to show why we love the game so much, doesn't it? I suppose that's what it does.
Yeah.
Bringing us back. Yeah.
So just because I'm showing the replay here, we also talked about when you set up for a second half. We were a bit curious as why it was that you put a Saurus in the middle and not a skink.
I think the one advantage I always find that the lizards have with the orcs is the sheer pace of the skinks, and you can often underestimate what I call a skink death squad. You get 3 skinks up on a strength 3 player, and they can do quite well. And I, at this point in time, again, probably because it's such a unique experience for me to be 1.5 time, I was almost wanting to keep my players on the field. So I just felt that. And also sometimes I find, especially with this team, as soon as they take 1 casualty, they generally take about 4 very quickly. So I didn't want that floodgate to open.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Sorry, that's what I have to.
No. I was just curious, and the reasoning I think makes sense. I think I would have, but then again, I don't like Lizardmen, so what do I know? But I would have thought like the Lizardmen, you have an easier way of dodging out the skink at the end of your turn and go like, yeah, there's a good chance you'll just dodge away, right? Where the Thesaurus, like he's sort of stuck in there.
Yeah. I guess I don't know. It's a very, very good question. Why did I do it? Who knows? Maybe in hindsight, I probably should have put a skink on the line. But I just think, again, it's a weird one. You're right. I should have put a skink on the line and dodged away. But, that's
But this is at least some to talk to a lot of the people that I also is like there's one thing of sitting and analyzing the game on the side, and there's especially also something different, and we're sitting and analyzing it post game with unlimited time, no stress, no time. That's a really different way of analyzing games. Whether it's like when you're sitting in the thick of it, and that little clock just goes tick, 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 like it. It's, yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. I think it's. Looking back at that now, you're probably right. That probably would have been better as skink there. But yeah, that probably put a little bit of pressure on me because I could have pulled the skink out and had an extra Saurus ready to better defend the ball. Which, that does make sense to me now. But as you say, in the heat of the moment.
Well, I would rather put it this way: I've done much more stupid things than that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Like just pure straight up like picking the wrong of the dice. So,
who's the one the other semi-final? I was looking back.
So Senjo, I was almost going to say he was going to defend his title, but he sort of had a lapse here last season, so he will be trying to reclaim his title. So it will be between you two. So it will be a lizard off.
Not what I wanted to hear. I didn't realise Zenjo got through. Zenjo, of course, destroyed me in the semi last year, didn't he? So, yeah, okay.
Oh, that was that game. Yeah. So this is a revenge.
Yeah.
So.
Then, to be fair to Zenjo, I beat him in a tabletop tournament last year, and he was very unlucky against me. I was playing Lizards that day. He was playing Norse, and he was so unlucky against me on tabletop. So I think I kind of owed him that semi-final last year, but not this year. Gloves are off now.
I was gonna say like that's always what I prefer actually in games, like whether I'm watching them or playing them. Like I rather prefer to see as average as possible in a dice game it's gonna be matches because I find those much more interesting than those where it's like, oh, block 3 times and there's 3 dead Sauruses. This is gonna be a hoot of a match. Right, but yeah, that's real Blood Bowl. That doesn't count Century. Well, that's definitely one way of looking at it. So, but yeah.
Great stuff, guys. I'm going to drop off because my other half is due in any time. And
that sounds like a good idea.
5 hours of Blood Bowl tonight. That will be finished by the time.
Humi's been knackered.
Right, so. Yeah, great stuff. Again, commiserations, Wörnser. You played really well, mate. You really did. Even though you guys weren't great, I had to really think about that. You made me fight for that all the way. So well done. Even down to the last skink who broke 3, I was like counting. Do I have to go for it again? Do I have to go for it? It was like I couldn't risk it. I had to do it because you just kept getting to me. So unlucky fella, unlucky. Good luck next year.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good evening.
I think I'm going to be closing off here too. So for those who haven't noticed, that there will be a grand final, not so far from now, is going to be played by, surprise, Senjo and Snowtroll. So for those who have missed that, there will be that match coming up in the future. I will just finish off from my side and say, like, I have really enjoyed both the stream and all the lovely messages that we have got, but also definitely the match, and it was definitely well entertained. I don't know if you have anything you want to add, Lil Wing?
Just want to say well played to both. That was really, it was some good Blood Bowl there, some brave play, some considered play. Enjoyed the back and forth with the chat. Enjoyed another evening with you, Archangel. And I'm sure we'll have one coming up soon.
Definitely. So, see you all, and thank you for this time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks to all. Bye.
Thank you.